Welcome to our Peek Inside Trainer Skills Award resources. These are free to access, and at the end of this video you will see how to contact us about them. These resources support DawsonLoane's delivery of the City and Guilds Trainer Skills Award programme. There are many Train the Trainer courses available if you search online, and mostly are face-to-face. However, we deliver online, so you can learn at any time and any place. So if you're delivering training to colleagues and staff, or want to see if you have the makings to become a trainer, or if you don't want to yet participate in a full teaching qualification, then these resources will be of interest to you. We'd like to introduce you to the resources in 7 videos. We'll peek inside Module 1 now. The Trainer Skills Award is a short online course. It should be possible to work through each module in about an hour. Module 7 supports the final step, which is to gather evidence showing how you use IT in your role as a trainer. So, Module 1 kicks off with looking at how adults learn, so there's an element of underpinning theory to set the scene. However, all modules contain suggested activities and practical tips for trainers, and some offer you resources to download. Both Terry and I are trainers. We have delivered to groups of all sizes in face-to-face situations as well as in online classrooms. We are educationalists, so fundamentally our experience draws on pedagogical values and learning theory. Training is helping people to learn new skills and understanding. I've often attended events where I felt that the trainer has not planned to help me learn. All he's wanted to do is deliver a presentation to the group, with little or no interaction or opportunity to do anything with the new learning. We aim to take you through how to train colleagues and staff in doing particular skills or learning about new procedures or behaviours. This is not about presentation skills or public speaking or how to work a room. There are plenty of YouTube videos finding out about that. So we look in Module 1 at ways we prefer to take on board new things. It's a little bit of theory with trainer tips. In the remaining modules, we look at designing a session to deliver to a group, how to plan a structure for the session, including ideas for activities, resources, how to manage the room, and tips for delivery. Throughout, you're encouraged to stop and think about your own situation and also pick up our practical tips. One aspect we cover in Module 1 is looking at a personality profile. I remember being introduced to this topic over 25 years ago. All the delegates were trainee teachers, and we physically moved around a room into the 4 imaginary quadrants as we were given particular statements of how we learn. Eventually we could each produce a chart showing how we merged into all 4, but some more than others, so my preference was activist, edging into the pragmatist quadrant with dabbles of theory and reflector. I found it was quite fascinating to discover that those within the same predominant quadrant as myself were delivering subjects very similar to myself. Equally so, it's very useful to stop and pause to think about our strong preference, as this might influence the way we deliver training to others. For example, would an activist naturally build more activities into a session that are active learning and forget to incorporate opportunities to step back and think, therefore supporting the reflectors in the group? Being an activist, I like to learn by doing, so I do struggle with just sitting and listening for a long time. As you can see, activists like activities such as brainstorms, group discussions, puzzles, problems, practical tasks. And another activity is role play. Activists like role play. However, it's strange that I tend to steer away from using role play as a trainer, as I don't tend to enjoy participating in role play as a learner. But if the training session benefits from using role play, then I will design an activity that I feel comfortable with delivering as much as, hopefully, comfortable for those experiencing it. But of course, not everyone in a group will feel comfortable with these activities, so a trainer has to make sure there is something for everyone. So a trainer's role is to create a balanced session with activities that will appeal to all personality profiles. But we also consider what a trainer is, and should we describe ourselves as facilitators, where we help the individuals in the group explore and share with each other. Yes, of course, a trainer is surely there as an expert in their field, so an element of trainer input is required. But actually, deep learning will result in learners sharing their own experiences, deepening this learning by listening and learning from each other, and making sense of what they have heard by putting it in context for their own situation. So Terry and I feel we are facilitators predominantly. If this has whetted your appetite, please contact us for access to these free resources. The Trainer Skills Award is a short online course, so it should be possible to work through the 6 main modules within about 6 hours. But of course, looking at suggested links and reading might take you longer. Module 7 supports the final step, which is to gather evidence showing how you use IT in your role as a trainer. If you want to use that evidence towards the Level 2 City and Guilds certificate, we charge a small fee to just cover registration and assessment. So in the next video clip, we'll peek inside Module 2.